Like real estate investment in Nigeria is not without its own risk. One of the major risks in Nigerian real estate market is title dispute and fraud. Now, a lot of people, especially diasporians, have burnt their fingers while trying to invest in real estate in Nigeria. And I understand that has either made them to lock up entirely or give up their dreams of investing in real estate in Nigeria. But for some people, it has made them really very skeptical and very difficult for them to trust any other person. Very well understood. So you have to be aware that while real estate investment promises a lot of benefits, there are also some frauds involved. So you need to really be careful while investing in real estate in Nigeria. And some of the measures you can employ to ensure fraudulent free transaction in the Nigerian real estate market are ensuring you're dealing with a company. Sometimes, yes, a lot of people like buying land from individual, from families, but then it comes with its own high risk. Some of this family they sell to multiple people at the same time. So it's he that builds first that owns the land, or he that has the title that perfects his title first that has the land. This kind of scenario plays out so well across several locations, if not all locations in Nigeria. So I advise try to buy from a reputable real estate company, and that is where you now need a realtor. You need a professional realtor to guide you, because these realtors, the realtors, we know these companies one on one. We can proudly tell you which company is more reputable than the other. Then ensure you conduct due diligence before you engage in any real estate transaction. Go ahead, involve a property lawyer to conduct due diligence on the property before you commit your hard-earned money to the transaction. Another risk that is involved in investing in real estate in Nigeria is property demolition. Yes, my client even mentioned it. What about property demolition? You didn't talk about it. Now, for a property to be demolished, it means it has either violated a government rule or policy, or it does not have a building plan. The building plan for the construction wasn't approved, or it was approved fraudulently. All right. So while buying a property in Nigeria, or before you undergo construction, you want to buy an already built house, ensure it meets government policies and regulation, government rules and regulation of that location. With that, you're saving yourself the stress, the emotional and the psychological stress of losing your property on the long run. Okay. Now, another thing you need to pay attention to is government policy changes. Sometimes government change policies, especially when it comes to a very prime location, the cities, or a developing location in a city. For instance, the Ibejuleki and Epe corridor of Lagos State, Nigeria. There are a lot of policy adjustments recently that have been taking place about these locations. So properties on these locations are also affected. So you need to be conversant and you need to be very much aware of these policy changes so that you take the needed action, the necessary actions immediately to avoid losing your property. So the last risk I'll be talking about on this video is land use policy changes. You know, some land use policies have been in place since inception, but because we are not aware of it, you don't play along with it. And as it is said, ignorance of the law is not an excuse. For instance, buying a C of O property, you already know you are meant to pay ground rent. But in some locations, these are not applicable yet. That does not mean that it is not a policy. This policy has been there, but you're just not aware of it. You need to be aware of some of these land use policies and also be aware, be updated when changes are made on them to avoid the risk of losing your properties. My name is Tonia from Pacific Dream Realty, and I bring you real estate investment information, updates, and opportunities that helps you make an informed decision whenever you're making a real estate investment decision in Nigeria. See you in my next video.